Hi, welcome to Secrets to Unlocking Your Established Wealth. My name is Lionel Green and I'll be your host. Philosopher and physician John Locke believed that humans were born into this world as a blank slate. He called it tabula rasa, meaning that at birth there is no knowledge. Yet, as life goes on, knowledge is acquired through your experiences and your surroundings. It's an interesting concept. But today, you'll gain better insight as to how your experiences and your environment impact unlocking those secrets to your wealth. Secrets to Unlocking Your Established Wealth was created by a man who cares about people, has a wealth of knowledge, and has already unlocked his combination and found his wealth. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Lionel Green.
Are you tired of working paycheck to paycheck? Are you tired of working your butt off only to receive a dollar raise? Maybe you are looking forward to that 25-year pen or watch. Here's one for you. Are you tired of signing up for multi-level marketing only because nothing else seems to be working for you and you really need to make some money? Well, if your answers are yes, yes, no, yes, then I have the perfect solution for you. Hi, my name is Lionel Green, and I want to tell you a few of my life stories, and I pray they help you find that combination to unlock that lock to your established wealth. We'll be right back.
Just the intro alone makes me excited about unlocking my own combination to my wealth. Well, the next part is getting you on your path. So I hope you're ready. Grab a pen and pad because you definitely want to take notes. Part 1 is speaking about ignition. What ignited you to put you on your path to your established wealth? Here's Lionel Green.
I believe no matter who you are, where you're from, or what your economic background is, at one point in our lives, we were all innocent souls with innocent thoughts. And we all had a dream of who and what we wanted to do with our lives. Let me tell you a story about my son. At the age of 6, my wife and I introduced him to the phenomenon WWE. For those of you that don't know, that's professional wrestling. And let me tell you, he loved it to the point over the next couple of years, we must have purchased every figurine, every affiliate toy, and thousands of dollars of pay-per-view. That led him to calling the WWE, asking them, how old do you have to be to wrestle in your organization? And for the next 12 years, he had positioned himself to start that journey. Not known to my wife and I, everything that we had did for him will allow him to find that combination that led him to his path. Now you notice I said path and not door. All through his development in sports, he was that one kid that everyone wanted on their team, no matter what the sport. But one day, myself, my wife, and my sister, we noticed that no matter where you threw a baseball, he would hit it. And that was at the age of 7. So of course our next move was, let's put him in T-ball and let's develop that skill. Well, over the next 5 or 6 years, he ended up being the MVP of Cal Ripken camps and a very sought-after player that led to him getting a scholarship at one of the top private schools in our area. And during fall ball, he ended up making the varsity team, and by the second game in, he was the starting second baseman to a long, drawn-out season. Think back to that first dream of what you wanted to do or be, and then remember how you stumbled across the introduction of it. That's the first number in that combination. At the age of 14, while playing for the Birmingham Black Barons, it was quoted, "Maybe I was born to play ball. Maybe I truly was." That was from Major League Baseball player, Hall of Famer, Willie Mays.
I am so excited for you to be on this journey, and you've already heard about secret number 1. Now, let's get into secret number 2, which is recognition. You've already been ignited. You know what your first dream was, your first true love. Now we're going to talk about recognizing it and embracing what it was that first ignited you. Second secret is recognition. Here's Lionel Green.
I remember picking my son up from school one day and him saying, "Daddy, they also have a wrestling team here with a new coach." And his eyes lit up when he asked me, "Can I please try out?" Well, of course, I let him try out. And that first day of practice, the coach came to me saying, "Sir, your son has natural ability. Now, as a freshman, he might get beat up a little bit and get bruised up, but if he sticks with the program, by his senior year, he's for sure to be a champion." Well, what we didn't know was the prior year, they only had 2 wrestlers. One was a baseball teammate of his, and the other, let me tell you, he was the #1 wrestler in the state of Maryland in his weight division of 130 and one of the top college recruits. This kid was a beast, and he said he would teach my son everything he knew. Well, the coach was right. He did end up getting bruised up that year, but he did come in 5th place in the national tournament. And the coach was also right. By his senior year, he was a champion. He ended up being a 2-time All-American. It was then I thought to myself, maybe he wasn't at this school for baseball, but God. See, God already had this for him, but it seemed as if my wife and I sort of got caught up in his high school career, not remembering his ultimate goal of being a professional wrestler. So once the colleges started knocking on the door and ringing the phone, I noticed that my son was getting mad every time someone would call. So one day I asked him, "Man, what's the problem?" He then reminded me this was not his goal to go to college and become a college wrestler. He only wrestled in high school to learn the skill for the professional wrestling arena. Well, what an eye-opening moment for me, but for him, he had just connected to that second number in his combination. Stumbling across the first number ignites your dream. Connecting to the second is confirmation that it's doable.
Hey, it's Leslie Green. I'm back, and it looks like secret 1 and secret 2 have already been revealed, so you know what it is that you were born to do. Now, it's time for the next and final secret to unlock your combination and get you on the path to finding your established wealth. Secret number 3 is combination. Here's Lionel Green.
Actor and comedian Steve Harvey was quoted by saying, "Successful people jump. The only way your parachute will open is if you jump." Now that my wife and I are on board with him not wrestling in college, he's now making a conscious decision to find that combination, to open that lock, to get on his path. He started looking for professional wrestling schools and facilities where he can train at. He found one, and they called him for a tryout. He went, tried out, made it, but the only thing was he had to be 18. He was still 17 years old. He was still a senior in high school, so he was waiting to graduate so we can go ahead and sign him up for the school. But before he graduated, there was a major accident at the school that forced them to shut down. Have you ever heard the saying, "What God has for you is for you"? Well, with the school shutting down, no more options but God. God sent me in, the Father, to help out. I was called to start doing speaking engagements at universities to sports management students. I was at one university locally talking to the sports management students about interning over here at my company, WBGR Sports Network. I had mentioned to them how my son was working for the company doing some sports broadcasting about professional wrestling because his interest was to be a professional wrestler himself. As I was packing up, on my way back to my car, here comes one of the students. Mr. Green, can I talk to you for a second? I stop, he introduces himself, says, I know of your son, I've seen him wrestle, and I'm also training to be in the WWE. I would like to talk to him so we can maybe train together. So I put them together. The next thing I know, they're at a facility, a professional training facility, training to be in the WWE. Now, a year later, after they trained together at a professional wrestling facility, the young man who stopped me, Patrick Clark, was a contestant on the WWE's reality show, Tough Enough. And my son, Leo Rush, he is the 2015 Shane Shamrock Cup winner, one of the biggest honors you can do in professional wrestling. See, what God has for you is for you. You just need to follow those steps so that you can find that combination to that lock that's going to unlock it so that you can get on your path to finding your established wealth.
Well, all right. You have Secret 1, Secret 2, and Secret 3. So now you should be on your path to unlocking your established wealth. We've provided the information, and it is totally up to you to follow the secrets that we have put in place. This cannot fail if you stick to the secrets and avoid those stumbling blocks. Stay laser focused, and we promise you, you will find your established wealth.
Now that you have found the combination and have unlocked your lock and you're on your path, you thought getting the combination was hard. Wait till you see what you have to go through to get to that door. These doors represent fear, discouragement, and in order for you to get to your door, it's going to take an amazing amount of sacrifice.